Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Wicket's fast asleep in my arms right now. We had an argument earlier. I didn't want him surfing over to some dog sites, shall we say, that he shouldn't have been looking at. He's still a little too young for that. There is really no easy way for me to block the sites that I didn't want him to see. Or was there? Now, a few months ago, I told you about one of my favorite home networking tools, or just any kind of networking tool in general, OpenDNS. OpenDNS.com. It's a free service that anybody can use on any computer or any home network in general, or for that matter, any network at all. Instead of going with your ISP's DNS settings, you could use OpenDNS, and my guess is the internet will seem faster. DNS is essentially, well, we've done a video on this before, but it helps you place real names or real words with numbers. And remember, every computer or device connected to the internet has an IP address, a number associated with it. DNS allows you to have words associated with those numbers. That's kind of a layman explanation of what DNS does. OpenDNS caches the DNS for you, so it relies on everybody surfing the internet and using OpenDNS. And if they look up a website and know that it's at a certain IP address, then when you hit the same website and you've got OpenDNS as your DNS setting, then you get there quicker because it doesn't have to look anything up. It already knows where it's at. Again, that's probably a roundabout way of explaining exactly what it is. If you want to know more information, OpenDNS.com. Nothing to install, and quite honestly, they've got instructions for any kind of networking or computer setup that you might have, and it is, I kid you not, it is simple to change. On my router, I just go in there and say, okay, I want my DNS to be these two IP addresses. I'm good to go. That's it. You only change a couple things. Nothing to install. This is why it's important. You might remember from the beginning of the video when I was saying I wanted to block a couple websites. They've got a couple of settings in here that I think a lot of families are going to appreciate, especially parents out there. I'll start specifically with blocking domains. Just go to the blocking domains and I type in which domains I want to block. I can block myspace.com, yahoo.com, alpo.com, whatever, .net, what, you can block any domain. You would not be able to reach it on this network. Now again, this would probably only be useful if you were a parent or you wanted to lock things down in such a way that the person could not get to the website, unless of course they were crafty about it and found a way around it. But if they had to go through your network using a certain DNS, well, that's not going to allow that particular website to resolve, at least easily, in a direct manner. So you can block domains. You can also set up a dynamic IP address, which is really good if you're on an ISP that doesn't assign you a static IP address, which is really only useful if you do a lot of connecting to your home computer from outside your home. Outright, you can block adult sites, lingerie, bikini sites, nudity sites, pornography sites, sexuality sites, tasteless sites, adult-themed sites, block proxy and anonymizer sites. The list goes on, and they apparently break them down. I thought they were just all like bad, but you can block one or the other or both or all, and it doesn't matter. So you've got the settings in there as well. Now remember, again, this is free. There's nothing to install. You can block phishing sites outright, which of course I do. I'm not too concerned about me clicking on a link that might lead to a phishing site, but sometimes Ponzi might click on something. She's actually really good. She's called the bank before to verify whether or not something had been emailed or not. She's done very, very well, and I've taught her how to watch out for fake emails, phishing emails that might get or try to get information out of her. You've got a whitelist that you can build as well, so that domains will never be blocked on your network, regardless of the content filtering category. So in case you wanted to say, well, I want to block all the adult websites except for this one. I mean, not like you would. I mean, that was probably a bad example, but I think you understand what I'm saying. So you can manage your stats and logs. You've even got typo exceptions, and this is where it gets kind of cool. So have you ever typed in /.ROG instead of ORG? Well, how would you like that to automatically redirect to ORG? Well, you can set it up in here. You can set up a typo redirection automatically in any browser. Again, this works through any any computer, any device connected straight through your network, wherever these DNS settings happen to be. It's great. Typo corrections outright. So they've got a handful of, oh, I'm sorry. The other one was the exceptions list, I guess. But this would be, they block .cm, or they redirect .cms to .com, because .cm has a, well, if you go to any website .cm, it's not the website you were thinking about. You were trying to go to the .com, you just accidentally left out the O. I'm sorry. The exceptions would be the ones that you did want to get through, in which case I don't know why you would even do that. I turn on typo corrections and have it automatically redirect, no problem. This is what I thought was very interesting, and one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up tonight, not because of Wicket. Ponzi was saying, I wish I could remember the name of this website that I need to go to. I know why I'm going to it, but I can't remember why, what the name of the website is. And I said, well, what's the word that you would associate with that particular website? And she said, well, she named the word. I said, well, why don't we set up a network shortcut? So we set up the word. Let's say that word is dog, for the lack of a better word at the moment. I type in the word dog and say, anytime someone types in the word dog in the address bar of the browser, any browser connected through our network, it will automatically redirect to the site we set up for it. So dog becomes a shortcut for a longer URL on any browser connected through our network with these DNS settings. So it's more than just having a faster internet connection for free. It's having access to a wide variety of fantastic tools. It's like a less ghetto version of modifying your host file. Well, I wouldn't use the word ghetto, but that's pretty much what it is. And more importantly, it's throughout the entire network. Your settings can be saved, transferred to other networks. It's just awesome. OpenDNS is one of the best tools that you probably aren't using. And for parents, if you're not using this, I think you're crazy for not using something like this. Personally, that's your decision ultimately, and I'm sure you kids who are watching are never going to want to install this in the home network for all the reasons that a parent might. Anyway, if you know of any other fantastic home networking tools, tips, tweaks, I'd be interested in finding out, especially if it takes no installation whatsoever and can be applied through any network, not just one over another. Any websites you might know of, software, sure, hardware, most definitely. Love to take a look at anything. Leave a comment, follow up, or you can send me an email, chris@pirillo.com. I promise it will not be blocked, at least that I know of. I'm not blocking anybody's email. Try me, chris@pirillo.com. Or you're also welcome to swing by our chat room. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, typically talking tech and tackling tough and titillating topics. Oh, that's probably going to get me blocked. Anyway, we have a vibrant community, and we hope you join it. You're already a member, whether you know it or not. And if you're not, well, then swing by. Say hello. Ask a question. Leave an answer. Just say hello. We'd love to see you there at live.pirillo.com. See you later.